So over to the founder now that's going to talk about the initiative, what it's about. So over to you, Femi.
Yeah, hello everyone. You're welcome to our second webinar from the Climate Professional Project. And we're so glad to have you, join this webinar because we know you're interested in getting to know what's going on across the globe and specifically for Africa. So I'll just be running you through a few details about the project and what we intend to do and what our goal is as a team. And very importantly, I would like you to know that we are working together to bridge climate agency gap across the Global South. We all know that the Global South is not as well at par with the rest of the world. And by Global South, some of you may ask what Global South means. Global South means countries who are, for one reason or the other, based on geography, also based on certain socio-economical indices, they are not at the same level with the developed nations of the world. So you can call them more like third world countries, or that's the category that many of the Global South nations fall into. So there is a climate revolution, there is an environmental revolution, and Africa is really, really climate vulnerable. At the same time, we lack the agency to actually begin to take actions for ourselves. So our focus area, we're looking at climate education and training. We're also looking at professional upskilling for green jobs. That is one very important strand of our work. We want to ensure that on the climate table, on the international table, many Africans also have equal rights and equal place on this table. So we are trusting that we can work together with everyone as possible to ensure that people come up to speed with what is actually happening globally. And our vision is to democratize access to climate knowledge and agency for Global South audience, and to build a globally diverse, skilled climate workforce. At the moment, right now, Africa is really not where it's supposed to be, and the vision, the aim and the goal is for us to be able to come up to speed with the necessary knowledge, with the necessary skills that we need to compete with the rest of the world. Our approach and our impact model, all these things, a huge chunk of them are still being built, and we're still working progressively to achieve some of these things. But we are looking at structured learning pathways where people can come and can be trained, and as well as placed into the job market. So we're also looking at, telling local stories using global policy. We're looking at a network that compounds, having a network of people, professionals as well, who are also aiming at the same thing that you are looking for. And we are looking at strategic partnerships for all this to happen. Definitely you need partnerships. So our impact goal is to enable a new generation of professionals to participate meaningfully in climate solutions and not just observe them. I'm going to say this to us very, very particularly. Very many years ago, when the oil and gas boom began to happen in Africa, what used to happen is that the expatriates in the oil and gas, the engineers, the people who understood the science, who understood how to drill the oil and all the likes in Africa, the mining and all the likes, used to be done by expatriates. So Americans, the whites, they bring and fly down expatriates to come and do the work in Africa, even though the resources were in Africa. Why? Because Africans did not have the required skills to really, really carry out those jobs. So they began to marginalize us. Only after many years before Africa began to come up to stage and come up to par and to say we can do these jobs ourselves. And it is a similar situation right now, even in Africa as it stands now. There are several opportunities, there are several jobs that are going to be coming up, that are going to be showing up based on the funding that is being pumped into Africa. Because Africa is climate vulnerable. Many of the climate disaster, the environmental hazards and situations that is happening all over the world, a huge chunk happens in Africa. And the time of recovery is so much and so wide. So there's a lot of funds being pumped into Africa to carry out these solutions, to carry out these projects in Africa. But the problem may be that in a couple of years or even presently, Africans are not equipped with the skills, with the knowledge, with the experience to undertake these jobs. So that is where the problem is, and that is what we are carefully building to solve, so that we have Africans who can take on climate roles, sustainability roles in Africa. The jobs are paying heavily in foreign currencies, but you have to be domiciled in Africa. So if we do not begin to build that skills gap right now, it means that as the jobs and as the market begins to grow exponentially up until 2030, 2050 and beyond, what will happen is that many persons will not be able to take on those jobs because they do not have the required skills. So that is the problem, and this is why we are doing what we are doing, working together to ensure that this skill gap, first of all, is made up for by making people aware through such webinars like this. It is when you are aware that you can begin to take actions and to begin to know where the opportunities lie for you to begin to work towards them, to position yourself as they begin to open up in the years to come. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. That is actually why you are here. So we're organizing these webinars monthly to ensure, to make sure that you are informed, you are aware, and you can then begin to channel your path towards seizing these opportunities as the years go by. On to the next slide. About myself, I'm by privilege the founder, and I have this vision to close the climate and opportunity gap by building a globally accessible, practical, and career-driven climate education system. So the tool is that you need to be aware first that these things exist. These opportunities exist, these skills exist, and with that awareness, you are able to build the necessary agency for you to begin to take action. Action locally, action from where you are to where you are supposed to be, or where you can be taking full responsibility for your environment. By privilege, I work in the United Kingdom, and I work with a climate solutions charity as a climate and sustainability professional, and I've been active in policy influencing, aligning local climate narratives with UK government priorities. And I'm also experienced working on carbon accounting projects and organizational net zero planning. I am very passionate about this, and that's actually why we are doing this, to help as many other Africans, begin to look into this. This is the new oil, this is the new tech. And based on the funding, I'm very sure we're going to be learning a lot from the speaker tonight. Based on the funding that the international community is putting together for the development of Africa with regards to climate and sustainability, Africans by Africans, we need to begin to position ourselves rightly for this, and that is actually why we are doing all of this.